Good morning, Manchester, and welcome to the February 12th edition of The Pulse. I'm Alex Joshi Staples.
And I'm Everett Lithgow. This week on The Pulse, we highlight a band that has become a big staple in the community and a national problem affecting manufacturers and employers here in Connecticut. We've got that and much more on this edition of
The Pulse. Within the town, there are many ways to express yourself, and a new band, Feedback, is doing just that.
Feedback, a group of 3 friends from all different backgrounds and parts of Connecticut, come together to show people music from the past.
My dad inspired me to play music. He would always be bumping like 70s, 80s classic rock. That just really inspired me to start learning that type of music and, going crazy.
This band of high schoolers trying to bring back 80s and 90s classic rock to this new generation of music enthusiasts.
I think we're playing a music style that's unusual to see from like a younger group of people. Most of the rock bands around Connecticut, they're like a lot older than us, so.
The crowds are always growing when Feedback plays in bars and restaurants across central Connecticut.
Every show I feel like we just blow away the crowd, and getting to feel that experience of, impressing others while also gaining a good following. It's just a special feeling.
Not only are there older fans of this era of classic rock, but also younger people being exposed to this for the first time.
I think we bring like a new light to music for the younger people in our generation, and it shows the old generation that we're still keeping that music alive.
We hope Feedback can continue to inspire young musicians of Connecticut through their talent. From Manchester, this has been Gavin Tomic reporting.
Adam, count me in. I'll show you how it's done.
As people are expressing themselves on the stage, others are showing their skills on the field. Samuel Asarianti gives us insight to how college athletes are dealing with the rigors of truly being student athletes.
For many college athletes, the dream of playing starts long before stepping foot on campus. In reality, once they get there, juggling classes with sports and practice can be overwhelming.
We still got school as student athletes, and we're trying to do good with our play too in sports. So definitely managing the time that we have for both, because football does take up a lot of our times when it comes to like workouts, practice, and meetings, and then we have to study on top of that. So time management is definitely one of my biggest challenges. The difference from high school to college, it's just like a promotion basically, The benefits are way better, but you obviously have to put more work in. Like, usually in my free time I would do other things, maybe if that's, hang out with friends or, be more social. I've definitely had to tone that down a little bit more just so I can make more time for my studies and, practice, working out, just getting better in both of those fields.
For some athletes, their biggest challenges are on the field, rather it's in the classroom. However, this doesn't stop Tiara Tyson from achieving her goals.
Like battling between different classes, going to practice right after, I would say that would be one of my biggest struggles. Growing up, I always loved the sport of basketball. I've been playing it since I was in 2nd grade and just found a joy in it every single day. When it comes to playing Manchester travel back at home, playing AAU for different teams, I would never think I would play anything else besides basketball. It's been really different, it was a really big eye-opener for me, like coming in from a town, like very small town, not a lot of girls playing basketball, to girls almost dunking like 6 foot, 6'2", when I'm like 5'8", 5'9", so, just coming and seeing that height difference, it was a big game changer for me.
As athletes leave to go play on the next level, they leave their mark on schools like Manchester High School to play in front of big stadiums, cheering fans with endless opportunities. But the reality lies, the early morning practices, hard work, and balancing school life with athletics. From Manchester, this has been Samuel Sarante reporting.
From college students just starting their adult life, Aiden Malesko highlights a field that is looking for young people to replace its workforce.
Connecticut manufacturing was once home to more than 300,000 employees, but now only 150,000. Matthew Spinelli, Director of Advanced Manufacturing Technology at CT State, calls this occurrence the white wave.
Workforce is aging, heading towards retirement, and over the next several years, there are going to be a wave of retirements across the state of manufacturers that have been around for decades.
The white wave has a bigger effect on Connecticut than you might think.
Now, manufacturing was representing around 12 to 13% of our state's GDP. And while that doesn't sound like a big percentage, within a state of our size, it does represent a significant portion.
Anton Banks, manager of the Support Operations Group at Pratt & Whitney, believes manufacturers are crucial pieces to our world.
It doesn't matter what part you design. If you can't make it or if you don't have anyone to make it, that does you no good. We work with our manufacturing counterparts to ensure that the processes that we have here are capable of producing the features that we need in the way that we need them made.
The work done in manufacturing workshops like these help build the foundation to not only Connecticut, but the whole world. So next time someone's considering a new career path, guide them to manufacturing. From Manchester, this has been Aiden Malesko reporting.
The Super Bowl was this past Sunday, and the one thing that was certain even before kickoff is that a large number of people were betting on the outcome, with many of these wagers being placed online. Gavin Kane explores the nature of the problem of online gambling in students.
Across Connecticut, about 50,000 state residents have been affected with gambling problems. The reason? Online sports gambling apps. While casinos have been around for centuries, apps like DraftKings make it easier and more accessible to bet on your favorite games. Paul Tarbox, Director of Public Policies and Communications for the CT Council of Problem Gambling, has made it his mission to spread awareness and create new resources for those affected by these apps.
And we've pretty much been trying to raise awareness through things like GamerCon and mostly through our social media and every time we have events or we're able to actually go to any schools.
Gambling releases endorphins in your body, causing you to become addicted. Addiction can happen to anyone at any time. Howard Deach, a Manchester high school teacher, is an occasional gambler, but he has witnessed the negative effects of gambling firsthand.
Told some stories that were traumatizing about his life experiences and people that he's worked with. He shared a story about a 16-year-old kid who won $45,000 on a single bet, and it was gone in a week.
If you or a loved one have a gambling problem, please contact ncp@gambling.com to get the support you need. From The Pulse, this has been Gavin Kane reporting.
Changing technology presents other challenges than just sports betting. The use of AI has been seen in classrooms all over the country. Phoenix Trafton examines how Manchester High School is both embracing and regulating the student use of AI.
AI is intelligence displayed by machines, primarily in computer systems. It can be used for good in a lot of situations, but when students begin using it for assignments, it becomes a problem. Some teachers, like Mr. O'Reilly, believe that AI is a big problem.
Writing is a thinking process. It's incredibly important to practice thinking, and if we're generating written responses with computers, we're not actually doing that thinking.
On the other hand, Mr. Balin thinks otherwise.
I don't necessarily think it's a problem. I think it's a tool that humans have developed and we're going to continue to use. I think that the important thing is educating people on how to use the tool correctly so it doesn't stop them from learning or stop them from meeting the objectives of whatever their teacher's trying to teach them.
However teachers feel about AI, there are rules in place along with repercussions to students using AI.
Calls to parents, restorative conferences with teachers and administrators, 0 for academic work, pending review, Saturday detention, in-school suspension. Lots of times from what I've heard, teachers are sometimes giving students a chance to redo an assignment after school in the presence of the teacher.
AI usage in schools can be problematic because it may reduce critical thinking and creativity by over-relying on automated systems, limiting students' ability to problem-solve independently. This stand-up was actually written by an AI, and it shows how advanced AI has become. This proves that it is a crucial skill to know how to think for yourself without the use of technology. From Manchester High School, this has been Phoenix Trafton reporting.
Well, Manchester, those are all the stories we have for you this week. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at MHS_television and check out our website, mhstelevision.com, for our latest Pulse productions. I'm Everett Lithgow.
And I'm Alex Joshi Staples. And this has been
The Pulse.